Oh, champerific, champatella. Let us be lovers, we'll marry our fortunes together. I've got some real estate here in my bag. So we bought a pack of cigarettes and Mrs. Wagner's pies. We've all come to look for America. Kathy, I said as we boarded the Greyhound in Pittsburgh, Michigan seems like a dream to me now. Good evening, good people. Welcome to the AI Learning Lab. We're going to learn something tonight. I don't know what, but we're going to talk about chains. Not tire chains, not Allison chains, not whatever else you use chains for. But chains. We're going to talk about chains tonight. Chains are really important. I think chains are actually the key, a key, to help combat some of the AI haters. There, I said it. Sitting in this lonely town, wondering when things are gonna change. Dream my life away, seems these dreams have turned to a bunch of dust clouds. Get my nerve up, but my past is pulling me down. Somebody told me once before, Somebody told me once before, you can never go home again. Won't you leave? Said the things to steer me away, yeah, from the truth of who I am and what I believe. So I thanked him for his 2 cents with a handshake and some sympathy, yeah. And I packed up my blue jeans, headed for this big prize of my freedom. Bye-bye, black sheep, to the black sheep of the family. Bye-bye, oh, that means so very much to me, yeah. Bye-bye, black sheep, to my friends and my family, yeah. Bye-bye, oh, hi, gonna strip my soul, set it free. Chains. My God, he's lost his mind. He's lost his mind, people. What are we going to do? He is not in a stable mental state. He's lost his mind. He's lost his marbles. He's unstable. While he's speaking about his chains, nobody knows what he's talking about. Chains. Curious. Has anyone discovered his qualifications? Yes, I've lost my mind. I've lost my ever-loving mind. But if you have questions about AI, I can answer it. What's everybody saying here? Have you seen Martin Sexton live? He is amazing. He is amazing. He is. I've never heard a voice like his. I got to hear Martin Sexton sing. I did a songwriting workshop about a decade ago, and he was the guest artist that came in, and he sang. He was standing right in front of us. It was a room full of about 15 of us, 20 of us. And they had a microphone, but it's like a little small choral room, right? Like, 3 benches, the length of the room. And it's a little teeny room, and he's singing, and he stepped in front of the microphone. I forget what song he was singing. He was singing, wasn't Black Sheep. But anyway, he got to the chorus, and he just hit this note. I've never experienced anything like it. It was like trumpets were coming out of his face. Like there was music coming out of his mouth, but there were like harmonies coming out of his face. It was insane. It was just insane. It was just like, he's one of those performers that, in a lot of ways, he's got some similarities to Jacob Collier, where he plays the audience, but he also knows his songs so well that on any given night, he might turn So Long Susanna into a 12-minute riff. He'll do that with Purple Rain too. Yeah, so you should go see him. If you haven't seen him, you should go see him. I don't mean to cause you any sorrow. Didn't mean to cause you any pain. Only want one time to see you laughing. Only want to see you laughing in that purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Yeah, he's amazing. Amazing. I've seen him, I don't know, 7-8 times. Your guitar sounds so wonderful. Thank you. This is a Guild. Wait, where's my? It's a Guild. D30, D28. What is it? D30 AB. I bought this guitar in 1987. I graduated Penn State, and I accepted the job as the jester for the Pennsylvania State Renaissance Festival. And so I just had to walk around and act like an idiot, and they paid me $1,100 in cash. And because I'm good with money, I spent $400 on a mountain bike and $700 on a guitar. But honest to God, I have never hear how deep it is and rich, but it's still got it's just a beautiful guitar. Everything I play just sounds flat and hollow to me because this has got such richness to it. But the high end is still there. So I feel like Taylors are really great on high end, but not on bass. I feel like Martins are kind of level, not great on bass. This one there's something about how it resonates. It's just amazing. And man, I've beat the shit out of this thing. Like the frets are all need to be redone. The neck's too low. It's got all sorts of scratches and shit from when I walk into screen doors and shit like that. But it's really good. Yeah, thank you. It's nice to have someone. It's magic. Yeah, it really is. Okay, let's see. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna start? Where are we gonna start? Oh, a yes riff, right? Yeah, exactly. Things we learn in college. I'll take songs we learned 10 seconds of in college, Bob. Wait. Anyway, I used to know that. Blackbird. Agents. Since the music sound nice, let's try some musical ideas. We can play some music tonight. Got my Serena stickers today. Yeah. If you knew Serena, so we have these really amazing stickers in honor of Serena, who passed away about 3 weeks ago now. I don't know if you knew her or not. If you knew of her, she was absolute. She came to every single one of these AI Learning Lab lives. She's the one that coined the term the irregulars with this phrase: "We're not weird, we're irregular." So if you want to order these stickers, you get this one, and you get an AI Salon sticker, and you get a nice little memorial sticker that Tobias has kindly generated. And the sticker set for those 3 stickers is $20, but all $20 goes to her family. So if you go to the AI Salon, aisalon.mn.co, and scroll down into Clubs and Hubs, and you go to the Irregulars channel. Here, let me share my screen. Am I not sharing? I am. There you go. And go to the Irregulars channel, and then we've got Remembering Serena here. And there's the stickers, and then you can order them. So you just click to order them from here, from Tobias's shop. And any sets that you order there, the proceeds go straight to her family. So yeah, so that's cool. It came, Kelly. That's awesome. She was in one of my lives. Nice, Mr. IT. That's awesome. If I add the guitar to the stickers, you'll buy them. No, I'm not selling this guitar. This guitar, too nice. Every time I see you now. Wait. Every time I see you now, get that look in my eye. Every time I see your mouth, I hear that smile. The early misty morning light, I heard the engine turning, the old Ford outside. Okay, here's what we're going to talk about. We're not going to do any show and tell for a minute. I'm going to talk about chains. You're going to be like, chains? What the hell are you talking about, chains? What are you talking about, cow? Hey, cow. What are you talking about? Anyway, if you're new here, how many folks here? Oh, it's a light crew tonight. It's probably all people we know. Emilio's wife. Yeah, exactly. I know, right? Really, really sad. Really sad that we lost her. She was I would argue that the culture, the tenor of this group that hangs out here every night is as generous as it is because of how she showed up here. She was just always positive, always full of love. Okay, so I've been on a bit of a journey, and I took a little bit of this journey the other night, where, and this is going to seem weird, we're going to meander a bit. It's welcome to Chat ADD. That's how we do it here. I might even finish a sentence tonight. I've been trying to figure out, when someone says, what tool should I use for X? Or if we want to put together a list of, here's a list of recommended tools, how do you organize them? And The challenge is that the tools are getting very sophisticated. A single tool probably has anywhere between 5 and 50 features, some of which are very specific and very useful for one very specific thing, some of which you don't know if you're ever going to use that little piece of, some of which are like, okay, but you like the other tool better. So how do you talk about that? And Silver Fox had a good idea of putting up, doing keywords and making it, sort of dynamic. So like you could find a video tool also while you were looking for image tools, because some of the video tools now do images as good as the image tools do images. And so 4 nights ago, I don't know, we did a Gemini deep research thing on this dilemma. And we said, go off and research how we should deal with talking about these tools in this complicated environment. And the example I gave was, if you've seen the Bigfoot videos or the Yeti videos on Twitter or LinkedIn, where it's like the Bigfoot walking through the woods selling you some, mosquito repellent or whatever the hell they are. And someone says, hey, I want to make one of those Yeti videos. What tool do I use? And historically, what I would do is I would answer that. I've been to a Ren fair. Does that count? It does. I have worked at many a Ren fair. It does not surprise me that we have Renaissance Fair geeks in this channel. Oh, nice. Kelly is hawking the LinkedIn channel, the LinkedIn Live over there. Yeah, if you're watching this on LinkedIn, this is not your typical LinkedIn fair. We are talking about things. If you hang out here for many nights in a row, you will probably learn more here than you will learn taking some fancy ass course. However, it's like osmosis. There's not a curriculum. It will just come in over time. So the Gemini deep research on this tool thing came back with this concept called jobs. What was it? Jobs? Oh, shit, I can't remember it. Let's see if I've got it here. Let me close that. Jobs to be done. The jobs to be done framework. Which that's not a good name. But what it basically talked about is if someone says, I want to make one of those Yeti videos, historically what we do is we say, well, I use this video tool, or I use that large language model, right? But in almost all cases, that's not actually what happened. What happened was there was a sequence of events. There was a chain of events that happened that you stack together all of these different, in this case, what they're calling jobs to be done. You're like, okay, we want to make a Yeti video. Okay, well, do we know what a Yeti is? Do we know what a Yeti looks like? We could go Google that. We could go to ChatGPT. Do we know what we're trying to accomplish? Do we want these videos to be funny? Do we want them to be scary? Do we want them to be photorealistic? If we're going to have the Yetis talk, what are we going to have them say? Are we saying it for a business? Do we want it to have some coherent message? Is there a target audience? Right? So all of these unknowns have to get answered. What does the voice of the Yeti sound like? Does that matter? Do we want to design that? What is the look and feel of the Yeti? Is that we're going to leave that up to us or up to the model? I don't know. And so chains are chains of activities that when someone says, hey, what tool did you use to do that thing? I think there's something really powerful in saying, in not answering them. In not saying which tool you used. Because maybe, and I do this here all the time, right? I'll go, oh, that's a cool tool, or that's a cool output. Let me go look at how we can make that. And we'll go to ChatGPT and I'll have sort of an idea and I'll kind of brainstorm with ChatGPT. Then we'll come up with a concept. Then I'll have it write a creative brief. And then it'll write a shitty creative brief. And then I yell at it. And then we'll go back and forth. And then it'll write some scripts. And it'll sort of get the scripts right, but sort of not. And then we'll turn the scripts into prompts. And then we'll take the prompts over to VO3 and it'll do a shitty job. And then we'll be like, well, wait a minute. What if we took that script and we did the voice in 11 Labs and then we took the thing out of 11 Labs and we put that into Hydra? Maybe that's another way we could do this. That chain is way more important than whatever tool you ended up using along the way, because that chain is where the human contribution is happening. The trope that we hear from a lot of people talking about AI slop is that especially people who don't use AI assume that how you make something with AI is you go, make something with AI. And push the button. Here, I'm going to push the button.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
I did it. Yay. And so I think when someone asks you, what tool did you use? You say, well, the tool I started with was my brain. Huh? Yeah, I saw this cool thing and I thought, how could I do that? And then I didn't want to just copy it. So I actually went to my whiteboard and I drew up a couple of, so the second tool that I used was a whiteboard. I think it was invented in 1962. When was the whiteboard invented? Let's take a chat ADD moment, shall we? When was the whiteboard? I'm going to guess 1963. No. 1954. When was the whiteboard invented? Because they're going to say chalkboards. It's not a chalkboard. The modern whiteboard was invented in the 50s. Bang! 1950s. The concept is credited to Martin Haidt, a photographer and Korean War veteran who reportedly used marker on film negative to take notes and wipe them clean, leading to the idea of a reusable surface. So I started out using my brain, and then I went to the whiteboard, and then I went to ChatGPT, and I took these concepts and I had it help me flesh them out. And then I thought, well, rather than just having it write ads right away, maybe I should have it write a creative brief, because I know if you give it more context, it gets better. So then I talked to ChatGPT for a while about a creative brief. And at this point, they will have the people that asked you the question will have walked away, right? Which is good. Like, you don't want to really talk to them anyway. Because all they want to do is shit all over you. Oh, what'd you do? Push a button and make a video, you little baby? Yeah, I did. And then after I did the creative brief, I had it come up with some campaign concepts. And then I had it write some scripts. And then I had it describe the Yeti. And then I thought, wouldn't it be cool to design a voice? And I went over to 11 Labs and we were designing a voice. And then it hit me, wait a minute. If we make the scripts 8 seconds long, we can use VO3 that just does the acting and the voice. It's just all built in. Why don't we just try that? And then we went to VO3 and we put it in there. We couldn't get it to look quite right, but it sounded great. And so now we're going to work on that. Or we went to VO3 and we realized, oh shit, we actually, to do this right, we need a 15-second video and we can't extend VO3 videos with voice. So maybe we'll use Hydra. So then we've got to go to, right? That chain of events is craft. When people talk about AI is lazy, we're losing the craft. When you hear filmmakers say, there's no craft in AI video, horseshit. The sequence of events that Joy Pertie goes through when she has an idea for a film, and then she writes a script, and then she goes into one of 4 or 5 different image tools and one of 4 or 5 different video tools. And then she knows which of those video tools can do sound effects. And if they can't, she knows she can go to 11 Labs to do sound effects. And then she can go get synthesized voices and then use Runway ML's Act 1 to take a moving video and have that moving video now say something with synced lips. And then she does that, and then she takes it into her nonlinear video editor, which she took a year to fucking figure out and learn from the ground up. And she can stitch all these elements together. That is fucking craft. It is no different than today's filmmaking craft, except that it's completely different. But it's a human being who has a story to tell, going through a process, having made some mastery of some amount of tools along the way. So when people say to you, what tool did you use to make that video? What they're effectively doing is diminishing your contribution into this single push of a button so that they can stay on the sidelines and judge you as less than. So chains are really important. And I think it also gives us an opportunity to say, hey, wait a minute. This song that was an AI generated song, I actually wrote the lyrics for. And I hummed the beginning of the song into Suno, and then it turned it into something, and it took my lyrics. And then I made, let me count, 157 songs before I got one that sounded like the thing I have in my head. Wait, you made 157 songs that didn't make it out of the edit booth? Yeah. Huh. I thought it was more simple than that. Yeah, because you don't do it. You're on the sidelines, shitting all over people who are trying to figure out this new craft. And when you really don't know what you're doing, like me most nights, that chain of events is some random meandering through the forest. But then what happens is you figure out, oh, this is repeatable. If I do this, I can do this, I can do this, and I get some predictable result. Well, now that's something you could actually automate or turn into an app or document so that other people can do it. So, I don't know. Thoughts? They say such silly thing because they're scared. I know. It's not terribly different for contemplating someone's talent versus a hard-earned skill. Yeah, someone says, oh, you're talented. No, I worked my ass off. I've taken 2.5 years to figure out how to stitch together these fucking janky-ass tools that some work half the time, maybe, if you're lucky and good. It's not a magic button. It is not. Wait, who's having Korean barbecue? Joy Pertie? Okay. Korean barbecue is one of my favorite foods. When I was doing agency.com, so my co-founder of agency.com is a Korean dude named Chan Soo. And so whenever we would like win new business or, I don't know, wanted to celebrate, we would go down to 32nd Street in Manhattan between 5th and 6th, Little Korea. And oh my God, we would eat at New Wonjo, or if we wanted to get fancy, we would eat at Wu Leok on I think it was on West 47th. Was it 47th? Yeah, I think so. It burned down. It was amazing. Man, fucking Korean barbecue is the best. Anyway, I don't know if you heard me, Joy. I was invoking your name here. about realizing that we should stop talking about tools. I use this tool to make this thing. We should talk about the chain of events, the chain of tasks, the combination of human ideation, curation, taste, persistence, creativity, mastery of these tools that are changing on a weekly basis. That's it. See, being told you're so smarter, I could never do that. Yes, you can, but it's not easy. Yeah. Yeah, it's you know, Pate, it's you know, I think about engineering and it's like, you know, engineering and storytelling and filmmaking are all just series of tasks. And there might be things in there that require specialty knowledge, but especially with today's tools, you can figure out all the individual steps. But it's having the passion for the process is what makes a good engineer, what makes a good storyteller, what makes a good filmmaker, what makes a good artist, what makes a good educator. Is that chain of events. And I think because we've gotten so seduced, myself included, we've gotten so seduced by the tools that we want to say, ChatGPT did this. No, you did that with ChatGPT. But what was the actual chain of events? How many iterations? How many times did ChatGPT give you a result that was so bad that you're like, I've got to try a different tool? And then you went and tried a different tool, and it couldn't do it either, but it gave you an idea for how to go back to ChatGPT. Oh, yeah, maybe I should use a different model. Yeah, let me try a different model. That's not quite right, but it's close. Right? That's all day, every day with AI. That process is craft. Fucking craft. Anyway, I'm feeling good about this. I've used both creative thinking and this is Chef Kelly. I've used both creative thinking and analytical thinking more in the last 18 months than I had in 15 years. Yep, me too. Me too. I talk about this all the time, that my brain has changed with AI. And one of the things that I talk about is the positive reinforcement you get from large language models that are trained to be nice to you. That when you put an idea in there, it's like, hey, great idea. Oh, thanks. You know, don't mind if I do. They did call me clever in college. So, TikTok pin. It's like saying you didn't build that house, the hammer did. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. How'd you build that house? What tool did you use to build that house? Oh, you used a hammer? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hammers are simple. You just do this. I've hammered things before. Yeah. I made a house with hammers before. Yeah. I mean, it was a dog house, but I used a hammer. Do you use a saw too? Yeah. I mean, saws are good. Did you do the heh or the heh? Oh, you heh. Oh, nice. I didn't realize you were fancy. But that's a nice house. No, you wouldn't talk about how'd you build the house. Well, I've always wanted to build a house. So I went out and I learned about wood. And I learned about how you pour concrete. And I learned how you dig holes. And I learned why you did all that. Oh. And then what'd you do? I figured I didn't. Who knew how you got concrete? I didn't. I saw cement trucks. I didn't know where you found them. So I went and I found cement truck guys in the yellow page. What are the yellow pages? It's a thing old people use. Oh. Then what'd you do next? I found a guy named Bucky who'll bring you a truck full of cement and he'll pour it in the hole you put in the ground. Oh, right? Joy Pertie, 30 years as a sleep analyst, has stories to tell. Doesn't have a degree in cinematography, doesn't own a film camera, doesn't know editing, starts playing around with image generating tools. She's like, I can get these ideas I have in my head out in a way I never could. I wonder if you could make them move. Oh, here's a tool that makes images move. Wonder if I could get them to talk, right? So Joy, over the course of 6, 8, 10 months, a year, 2 years, is figuring out how to build her house, figuring out how to tell her stories that have been in her head for most of her life. And then she puts a film out and someone shits all over it and says, oh, it's AI video. That's worthless, you thief. You just pushed a button. No, she didn't. She had to live her life to be able to inform the stories that motivated her enough to dig through these shitty, janky, fucked up tools in a series of unlikely events that she could just do at home at the dining room table instead of having to go raise $500,000, and she could tell her stories and is telling her stories. So chains are important. There ain't nothing easy about blacksmithing. Yeah, exactly. My whole life, I could never paint, draw, make a good photograph, sculpt, design, and now she can. Anything. This is my absolute conviction. I think this is the reason I'm most excited about AI. All right. How many people we got here? Got a handful of people, 36 people. I want you to think about in your life, maybe even close your eyes. We'll do one of those close your eyes exercises. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to think about something that you know you're no good at. And I want you to think back and see if you can go back in time to the moment where it became clear to you that you couldn't do that. Was it that you shared a drawing to the girl you had a crush on and she laughed at it? Was it your mom telling you you weren't talented? Was it a teacher telling you that you should really go into accounting? Think back to that moment where you put yourself into a kind of purgatory with that particular thing. Because if there's a thing that you know you're not good at and it's kind of painful that you're not good at it, that means that's a thing that you've wanted to do for a long, long time. And you know, deep in your soul, you can't do it. Guess what? AI lets you do it. You can draw, you can make music, you can do science, you can do math, you can do programming, you can do business strategy, you can do marketing. You can write scripts for TikTok, a TikTok channel. You can do animation. Anything, anything, anything. Yeah, but I'm not good at no. Anything. And it's going to get better and better and better and better and better and better. And so a thing we get to do now, which is really the first time in history that this has been possible, we get to say, okay, life, world, I know that I'm not good at this one thing, but if I could do that thing, if I could draw, if I were better at songwriting, if I were better at coming up with a business plan, you know the thing I would do? That's our job. TikTok pin. That would have cost me tens of thousands of dollars and probably 18 months. I did it in 10 weeks. I don't know what you did, but yes, that kind of thing is possible. Joy Pertie, when she was asked, I might have asked her, because when I saw the first film I saw from Joy Pertie was the one she did for the salon. I think I might have seen one before that, but whatever. But it was so good, and it had such good film craft in it. I'm like, clearly you've got a film background. No. But I've always had stories I've wanted to tell. Just never been able to tell them. Holy shit. So I would encourage you to think about what's that thing for you. What's that thing that you've denied yourself your whole fucking life? Because you know it pains you. You're fucking crushed because you're not good at that thing. And then, like, literally just ask yourself the hypothetical. What if that weren't true? What would I do? And what I would do if I were you, if you have an answer to that, I would start it tonight. Well, how do you start it? I don't know. I don't know what your thing is. Is it I've always wanted to make a video game? You want to see something fun? Motorcycle. Put this down. My fave. Can you see what I'm doing here? Let me make this bigger. My fave video games are old school trigger twitchers. I hate sim games. I loved Asteroids and Centipede and Missile Command. You know, the good games. I want you to come up with 5 new video game concepts that pay homage to the 80s arcade games, but will be relevant for a current gaming audience and have nostalgia points for the Gen Xers. All right. You've always wanted to make a video game your whole life, but you're not good at programming. You weren't good at math. You applied for Stanford and they told you that your scores were too low. You were an idiot. And so you do your spreadsheets or you do your marketing or you do the thing that pays the bills. And then moments of weakness, 3 whiskeys in, you're like, I had an idea for a video game once. It could have been so big. But then Daddy told me he wouldn't get me a Timex Sinclair and I couldn't learn basic programming. Give me another drink. Debris field, a spiritual successor to asteroids where you're a salvage pilot in a cyberpunk future. Instead of just blasting rocks, you're harvesting valuable tech from floating space junk. Neon Swarm, think Centipede meets Tron. You're defending a city. That one sounds cool. Sky Shield Protocol, Fractal Fighter, Vector Storm. You know what? Neon Swarm it is. My daddy told me I'd never be a programmer and wouldn't pay for me to go to Stanford and ruined my life. And now I sell carpets. But all I wanted was to make video games. Make me Neon Swarm. It sounds awesome. 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 And the first person I am going to have play it is Daddy. Play it is Daddy. I don't know why this took such a dark turn, but this is life. Like, life is fucked up like this, right? We've all got that dark place, the dream died sometime, probably between when you were 5 and 7. That's the time in life where you realize that life is dangerous. It's when you start shutting down that part of you, the joyous part of you that is only possibility. You start shutting it down then. And most of us go through our whole life living that reality. The choice that a 5-year-old made is what's driving our life today. So no more. So Daddy wouldn't send you to Stanford, even though he had the money? Asshole. Watch this. I'm suing my stepdad with the help of AI. It's perfect. There you go. I'm going to make you, what did it say? I'm going to make you an amazing version of Neon Swarm that'll show your daddy exactly what you're capable of. And look at this. You said you couldn't code, right? You weren't smart enough to go to Stanford or MIT? Well, you're coding now. Right? Let's create something that captures that classic arcade magic with a modern cyberpunk twist. So I don't know what it's doing. I don't care. It's doing more than I would have ever done. Now, if you're someone like Pate, who is an actual smarty pants with a PhD in, I think, computer science, mathematics, something. I don't know. You do care what this code is. And you want this code to be good. And a lot of times it's not. But in his chain of events, he can figure some stuff out. Okay, how does this work? What are we supposed to do? Hack firewalls to change them. Arrow keys move, spacebar fires. Okay, there you go. Complete, fully playable version of Neon Swarm. This isn't just a demo. It's a real game with professional polish. All right. Arrow keys to move, spacebar to shoot, shift for overclock mode, R to restart. All right. So how do I start? Oh, I just fired something. Wait. Oh, okay. I got it. Look. That's pretty good. Doesn't have any sound effects, but it's actually pretty good. It's like Space Invaders. This is like Space Invaders meets the speed of asteroids or Centipede with the sort of mechanics of Space Invaders. This is pretty cool. This kicks the shit out of Space Invaders, quite frankly. The little centipede thingies are a little too slow, but damn that traffic jam. So guess what, Daddy? You want to play the video game I just fucking built? Son, you're 54 years old. Why are you making video games and wasting everybody's time? Because, Dad, it's all I ever wanted to do in my life. And I work at your stupid fucking carpet store, but not anymore. I'm a game developer now. Look at my game, Dad. By the way, I don't code. I have a degree in acting. It was only acting. Well, there's a shocker. Oh, he's an actor. That explains more. More than I wanted to know about this channel. How good is this game? It's a little easy, but like I love how flippin' fast it is. All right, let's see. Okay, this is good, but nothing is shooting back, and the red centipede things are really slow and easy to kill. And there is no audio. Come on, man. The sounds are everything in a game like this. Right? Right, peoples? Space Invaders visits asteroids. Dang, look at that long code. Like ChatGPT has daddy issues. I'm actually on Claude. This is Claude. Season 2 of Daddy's Last Game. Oh, man. Anyway, questions, thoughts? So the reason to start thinking about chains of activities, is that if you've got those things in your life where you're like, I can't do that one thing, you'll think about a chain of events, and then you'll get to that blocker. Oh, I've got to do programming. Yeah, I'm not a programmer. I can't program. I didn't go to Stanford. And you won't pursue it, right? And historically in life, I think whoever said it here, historically in life, you got to put in 10,000 hours to be able to acquire a skill to get over that hurdle. And if you've got that mental block, like, I cannot do that thing, I will never be able to do that thing, 10,000 hours isn't enough, because you need 10,000 hours of therapy on top of 10,000 hours of skills training. But now, what if you could just do shit? Oh, well, then I've got a whole lifetime of ideas of things I said, boy, if I would have gone to Stanford, here's what I would have done with my life, right? We all have a brain full of those ideas. This thing is now refactoring our game, redesigning it. Are we good? Are we here? Come on. Are we done? Yes. System breached. Press R to restart. Okay. R. Wait. Click. R. R. Wait. Daddy's going to say, he's right. I was a jerk. Press any key to enable audio. System breached. Game isn't restarting after system breach. Message. Yeah, where I am right now is I'm in Claude.ai, and this thing over here is called an artifact. So you do your chat over here in this window, and then over here you got your code. Wait, what's going on? Okay. And it's fixing the code. It's doing the code shit. Hang on. Yeah, this is better. It's actually kind of enjoyable. Okay, except first of all, Daddy can go fuck himself. I'm a good programmer. I'm a good game designer, Daddy. Look at this. Well, it's not bad, son. I always thought you could do that if you just put your mind to it. You wouldn't send me to Stanford. Oh, sorry. I was a little drunk that day. What? Yeah, if you'd asked me the next weekend, you probably could have gone. What? Really? You love me? That's how life is, you know? I remember I did one of those with my father, with my stepfather, where I went and I did the forum, which, landmark forum. And one of the things I realized is that my stepdad would make me go to my room before he got home. And so every night I would hear like him and my mom watching TV and having fun. And I would have to kind of sneak out and get some water. It was very sad. Right. And I realized I did this at like 35. I realized that little boy that was sent to his room was who was controlling my life when I was in my 30s. I was like, well, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, why are the rules that were set up by this 7-year-old, put in his room by his stepfather? And so one of the things you do is you call and you talk to people about shit. And so I called my stepfather. I said, hey, I just want you to know, I kind of fucked up my whole life here, sort of living by these rules where you made me go to my room every night. And you know what his response was? He was like, what are you talking about? I said, yeah, every night, I'd get sent to my room because you were coming home. And then I'd hear your car sort of rumble down the street and you'd pull in. And then I just lived my life in my room. And he goes, every night when I got home, you're already in your room. It wasn't him. It was my mom. My mom was doing it to protect him from having to deal with me and to protect me from having to deal with him. So I lived like 25 years of my life blaming this man for his evil motives that he had no fucking clue about. That's life. So now AI has the possibility of freeing you from some of those shitty decisions you made when you were 7. Oh man, I'm making that debris field one with Gemini right now. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. I'm going to make this a little better and then I'm going to publish it. Let's do, this is really good now, but let's build some tension where the firing worms should not be red to start. That should be saved for higher levels and should fire a little more slowly. Also, the static square blocks should be more like flying or like floating spaceships. Maybe a nod toward Space Invaders. They should also move and slowly descend to increase tension and risk. The boss versions of them should also fire. All right. So we'll just add a little more gameplay in there. I like philosophical catharsis lives. Thanks for sharing that, Kyle. Perception is reality for many of us. Exactly. Listen, for all of us, Joy, this is life. I'm not passing any judgment on anyone who's every single human being at some point in their childhood decides that the world is dangerous and they shut down part of themselves. And some well-adjusted people manage through that quickly, and some people never are even aware that they made that choice back then. And most of us are spending our lives struggling between what's real and what's not, what is actually possible and what we've told ourselves is or is not possible. So like when I to say that I've drunk the Kool-Aid on AI is an understatement, right? I think this is a series of the most profoundly powerful technologies in the history of humanity, and really has the power to release anyone who uses it to release their potential. And I can't overstate how profound that is. But it's not about AIs over here being the genius, right? To do AI right, it's not the genius. You're the genius. And the ideas that you have and the things that you want to put into the world are the genius. And you kind of strap AI on like a jetpack. And you go, okay, I want to do this thing, but I know I don't know how to code. And I know I'm not smart enough to do the math to figure out how the bullets should go. But I'm going to try it. And here we are. What's this thing doing? I don't know. Do I care? I don't care. Someone else might go, this is amazing that this is doing this. I want to use the fact that this is doing this to learn how to do what it's doing. How is it doing? What do all these things mean? We'll go figure that out. That's pretty cool. Oops, I got to move here, people. Oh, yeah. This is really good now. We have a good game. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uncaught error. Console message. Copy. Put that over here. I just got an error. And then I'm going to put, also, there is a weird yellow line on the lower left of the play field. That should either do something or go away. All right. Building right along with you. Jim Ross. Yes. I use this time to play with AI. So Jim Ross is another person in here who I don't know what switch he flipped in his head, but at some point early with this AI stuff, he just decided every new thing that I learn, I'm going to try to apply to my business. Like literally everything. Like, I would be surprised if Jim Ross right now is not making some sort of video arcade game about self-storage management owners trying to manage boxes falling from a storage unit or something like that. He's in the self-storage business. He is like fully given himself over to, maybe these tools can do something cool for me and my business. And it has absolutely transformed his business, his life, his marketing. He's now giving keynote speeches about AI in the industry. He's known as the AI guy. And I think, I mean, you've said it before, Jim. He's he feels like he's operating like a 10-person company at this point. And he's not. He's just him. But he's him augmented with AI. I love infinite. I love infinite bullets. This is so good. All right, it's a little non-challenging at this point. So what's shift? Shift is overclock mode. Ooh, ooh. Wait, where did I go? System breached. R to restart. R. Okay. Uh-oh. What just happened? Okay, we got to do one more thing. Okay. This is great now, but populate the screen with more descending objects starting lower in the frame so that not everything is falling from the sky. It makes it too easy to kill everything before it drops lower. Let's see if it understands what I said right there. All right. What software are we using tonight? I'll tell you what we're using there. What's your name there? Blah, 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 blah. So listen, blah, 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 blah. Tonight we're using Claude. Now, Claude is one of them there, what they call it's a large language model. It's like a chat GPT, except it's Claude. And it's Claude.ai. And then we went in there and we said, hey, listen, daddy kind of fucked up our life. And I like video games. I always wanted to make video games, but daddy wouldn't let me go to fancy school because he was drunk one night, apparently. And I could have gone, but I didn't have the guts to just speak up again. So anyway, but that's not sad. Anyway, whole point is I just said to Claude, come up with some video game concepts for me. And I want to make a good video game. I'm going to show Daddy that I made a video game. So that's what we're making. And then it just wrote the code and just made a game that we can play. So if you've not played with Claude before in Artifacts, it is pretty stunning. Yeah, it's good. Wait, what happens if one of those? Yeah, yeah, I saw it there, Brandon. I talked about it. Never met a person didn't have some childhood baggage. Even perfect childhood leaves scars. Yeah, this is the childhood stuff I'm talking about is no commentary on anyone's parents or on them. This is one of those life things that you learn at some point in your life that sharing who you really are is dangerous in some way. It's dangerous socially, it's dangerous physically, it's dangerous emotionally. And in that moment, you make choices. Ah, I get it. When I sing show tunes as a little boy in this house, that's not good. Let me not do that ever again. Right? You make those calls very often. Well, I think everyone makes, at least one of those in their life, probably, dozens. So, and I think AI really does have the 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 possibility to free people from that fucking prison. Or to restart. Or This is actually a good game. All right, so let's publish this. You want to go play my game? Okay, publish. Boom. Anthropic's usage policy prohibits use of Claude for harmful use cases like violent, abusive, deceptive content. This is kind of violent because the space things are coming to get us, and we're going to shoot them out of the sky. Publishing this artifact will make it accessible to everyone on the internet. Publish. And copy link. Copy link. Okay, published. So now I'm going to go over to the AI Salon. If you haven't been to the AI Salon, go over here. And I'm going to put this in. I'll put it in irregulars. So over at the AI Salon, go there. And if you click on the button that says join our community, that'll take you to this site. This is our community site. And down the left-hand side here, there's an area called Clubs and Hubs. And go to the irregulars. And I'll say, here is my, what was it called? Neon what? Neon Okay, yeah, I'll look at that. No safe moments. Neon Swarm. Here's my Neon Swarm video game I made to avenge that moment some fictitious daddy told their son they could never write code. Screw daddy. And it's pretty good. I like it. Okay, there's that. Do we get a preview? No. We didn't? No. Okay, fine. Let's go do a screenshot of our little game. Shall we? Published. Can we go see it? How do I get to it? Oh, copy link. Go to. That's not how you spell moment or fictitious. 5 All right, there's our thing. Let me go fix my spelling because producer Brandon's going to yell at me. So let's. Oh, do I have to? Can I paste this image? No, of course not.
If you remove the preview, it'll let you paste it.
Oh, it will? Okay.
It's not how you spell video either while we're doing
while we're there. No, it didn't let me paste it. Damn it. Is this our game? Where's our game? No, too big to load. No. Where did I put it? Is it here? Yes. Da-da-da. Is that clipboard? We'll do this to desktop. Boom. All right. Go back here. Go here. Desktop. Oh, wait. So screenshot. There's our game. Open. Okay. Neon Swarm video game. Okay, here's my Neon Swarm video game with the D I made to avenge that moment. That's not the right letter. Some fictitious. Yes. Daddy told their son they could never write code. Screw daddy. All right. Boom. Thank you, Brandon. I'm so proud of you, son. Now you go tell daddy to play your little video game. Bang, bang. See what I'm happening? See what's happening here? Fucking Bishop just became number 18 in the fan club. If you're not in my fan club on TikTok, what are you doing with your life? Be like fucking Bishop. Why is he swearing so much? It's just the guy's name, okay? Not flipping Bishop. All right, let's play the game. R. 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 Oh wait, these things hitting the ground should do something. That should be bad. It's a good game. It's a good game, people. Now, let's go back to where we were at the beginning. What's the chain of events? What's the chain of events? Well, we got to talking about things we didn't think we could do in our life, and maybe programming was that thing for you. Then we thought, I heard that AI can help you code things. If you don't know how to code, AI can help you code things. And so we knew enough about AI that we thought Claude's pretty good at that. It's got this thing called artifacts where you can let it code and then it can turn it into an application that you can actually share with the world. And so in less than, I don't know what that was, maybe 45 minutes, probably 35 of which were me just whining and rambling. In about 10 minutes of actual work time, we came up with 5 video game concepts, built and published a video game that's fun. Is it perfect? No. Could I have written that if I wanted to? Not in that amount of time. Pretty impressive, right? You have to upload an image, not paste it. Let me go to irregulars. Lower here in irregulars. I think Steve-O put something in. Just me doing what? Feel the quality, young lady. Oh, the carpet salesman. Y'all are funny. Oh my God. That's funny. Steve-O, look at that. Oh, that's cute. I love the little mushroom house. Me and Champy up on the roof. Nice. Like it. All right. So there you go. Go play my video game. And or be like Jim Ross. You should be making one. Use this time. So if you're new here and you're befuddled, if you're discombobulated, you're like, I don't get this channel. It's kind of entertaining, it's kind of educational, but it's really neither. This channel isn't about me. All I'm doing here is creating space for anyone who shows up to be in the conversation about AI as a possibility. What does it make possible? What does it make possible? What if I go try this? What if I go try that? Oh, that makes sense what he said there. Yeah, let me go try this. Let me go try that. Hey, does anyone have any experience doing blah, blah, blah? Maybe I should go join the AI salon and help, right? That's what this is about. So the reason you come here is to be in the conversation. Jim Ross is one of those guys who's like, he comes in here just fully open to, yeah, I kind of enjoy Kyle's stupid jokes. And as soon as he teaches me, shows me how to do something I haven't tried before, I'm going to go do that right now, right while he does it. Changed his life. So that's what it's about. All right. I'm going to get out of here. And a lot of laughs. What better way than Frogger, than that Frogger one with the logs from a while back? Yeah, exactly. Oh, way better than that Frogger one. Well, yeah, you know what? It's funny, James. We're now at Claude 4. The Frogger game was Claude 2.5 or 3. Then we tried it again with Claude 3.5. This is now Claude 4. So the quality of the video game here is just better. Just the tool is better, right? More sophisticated. Like if I wanted to put real time into this game, I'd probably spend another 2 or 3 hours on it and really fucking dial it in. But can you imagine that? We now live in a time where someone like me, who's got no coding skills, moderate tech and product management skills, moderate interface skills, good conceptual skills, someone like me can actually say with a straight face, if I really wanted to put in more than half an hour on that game, I could make it really good in like 3 or 4 hours, 2 or 3 hours. And I know that to be true. This is science fiction. We live in science fiction. If you come here a lot, I know we kind of normalize the remarkableness of the era we live in, but remind yourself how fucking lucky we are that we get to live in a time in history where the knowledge of humanity that's come before us has been compressed into a softball-sized sphere that we can just tap into. The brilliance of image makers and music makers and coders and writers and business people and psychologists and academics and people into animal husbandry and plant genetics. All of that is now at our fingertips. All of it, all of humanity, instantly available. Anything you thought you were not good at is no longer true. What are you going to do with your life? All right? That's it. I had the programming schools with Fortran 4 typing it on cards and feeding them into an IBM card reader. So, James, that was, I was going to either go into theater or computer science. And I said, I got to go into computer science. It's the responsible thing to do. I walk into my first computer science class. It's a room full of IBM 3870 mainframes. And this fucking dweeb nut walks out of the back room with like big, thick glasses. It's like these glasses. He walks out. And he's holding a stack of punch cards this tall. And he goes, this is a computer program. Each card represents a single line of code, which is encoded in 80 characters across the. And he said, you're going to stick this stack of cards in this reader. And it was like, reading the cards are slowly going down. And he goes, and it will run the computer application. And the computer application generally is analyzing data stored on magnetic reels, and we're running reports to analyze that data, and we're outputting that on these large printers. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not going to be my life. So I walked out of that class and down to some guidance counselor's office. I said, I'd like to change my major to theater, and I'll do a minor in computer science. But that ain't gonna be my life. Because all I knew about computers was that's how you made video games. I didn't know shit about Fortran and corporate computing. I had no fucking interest in it. So anyway, all right. I'm going to get on out of here. Thanks. Hope you guys had fun tonight. I really want you to think about, stop limiting your own thinking and catch it when other people say, what tool did you use? And talk about the chain of activities that allowed you to produce something that someone asked about. Or if I want to make one of those, what tool do I use? Well, it's not a tool. It's a whole process. Whole chain of things that has to happen. And some of them are just me, and some of them are a whiteboard, and some of them are ChatGPT. What are you talking about? Right? So since Friday is the 4th of July, tomorrow night is going to be Thursday night date night. So we'll be here tomorrow. But I'm not going to be here Friday. Gabby's got an art show opening. It's the 4th of July. Just a whole bunch of shit going on. So tomorrow night, 8 o'clock here. Be here or be square. If I did something that rhymed with here, I'd probably get lifetime banned from TikTok. Oh, good Lord. All right. Yeah, that's it. I'm out of here. Trying to think if there's anything else. No, join the salon. Keep coming back to these. Do me a favor. How many folks are here? I got 46 people here. I got 31 over there. Here's a request. I don't ask much of this community, but here's my request. If you know someone that used to come to these that has stopped coming to these, or if you know someone who you think would benefit from getting their head around AI, invite some new people to this. I'd like to start expanding this and growing it. And I haven't been paying any attention to that. And much to the just chagrin of producer Brandon, who's been really trying to get me to do stuff. I want to start working on that. I want to start expanding our footprint. I think what we're doing here is actually important. And as irreverent as I am with this stuff, I'm deeply, deeply passionate about it. So if you would be so kind, bring a friend. Tomorrow's Thursday night date night. Bring a fucking date. The date won't last that long. They'll probably leave early, but do that. I'd like to start to get this out to some more people. All right, coolio. All right, have a good night, and I will see you on the morrow.